Hey everyone, today I'm giving you some tips and advice to know before you go luxury shopping anywhere, especially at Louis Vuitton. These are some advices that your sales associate wants you to know. In fact, I've had sales associates write to me with these concerns. As a former Vuitton client advisor, these are things we want you to know. Now, this video, it's meant to be entertaining and educational, which means I'm gonna offend some of you. I'm going to tell you some of the things that some people don't want to hear because they think it should be their way, and that's okay because the majority of the audience gets it. And I know you guys get it, and some of you just want to hear why things are the way they are. So here we go. The first thing is to know your price points and to have an idea of what you want to buy and have an idea of what the thing costs. By that, I mean, have an idea if you're going to buy a handbag, it's going to be at least $2,000, maybe $3,000, maybe $3,500. Or if you're going to buy a belt, it's going to start around $500, shoes, $700, $800. Have a general idea of the price points. Have a general idea even of what you plan to buy. Is it a messenger bag? Is it a backpack? Do you want a speedy? Are you looking for a tote, a crossbody? So this is where your salesperson really need you to help us help you. My favorite is when a customer comes in and says, I have $1,000 and I want to buy a bag. Show me a bag for $1,000. Well, my dear, that does not exist at Vuitton, and that answer does not satisfy people. And that does mean we have to go find you a bag and serve it up to you and offer you something for $1,000. I can't ask the little man in the back. It is what it is, and they often just stand there and look at us very angry or bewildered, and we can't do anything. Or they might ask to see a wallet, and they choose a wallet and expect it to be like $400. And then we have to give them the news that, it's actually $1,000, and they look flabbergasted. So we're just trying to avoid these awkward situations. Most people know the prices of these items, but it does help so, you don't feel awkward. Another general rule, if you're looking for a handbag, you know what type of handbag you want to use, whether it's top handle or crossbody. Please don't come in and say, show me everything, show me everything. You don't know how often we get this. We're not a museum. We already know if you're looking at more than 3 things that you're not going to make up your mind and that you don't know what you want. So generally people know what they use and what they want, and it helps you to shop, helps you to not impulse spend on something that you don't even need or you're not going to use. And these items are so expensive, your research should be just a little bit of research, not so meticulous, but put a little bit of research into it. I do remember I did have a customer come in, she was in her 50s and she was buying her first Vuitton, and she came in and kind of almost like she didn't know what to do. And luckily it was a weekday, and she asked me, she's like, should I go home and just look online? I'm like, no. I was like, no, come here, just tell me what you want. So what I'm looking for is a general idea of what size of handbag she's looking for, how she wants to carry it, what she's going to use it for, and we are allowed to ask for the price point. So this eliminates a lot of things right there. If you're looking for a small bag, a medium bag, daytime, nighttime, are you looking to use it for travel, for work? And that helps the sales associate do his or her job for you. And trust me, we want to do our job for you. We want to help you find things, and we also don't want the people who are know-it-alls and they're like, oh, I saw this online, so this, and that. Another thing is that I don't know why people would drive in for 2 hours to find that we don't have what they want. And then they complain and throw a fit. Well, this is not like Amazon. Vuitton is not like Amazon, even though we feel like we're working in the Amazon warehouse constantly running and don't have time to use the bathroom. But we cannot have things available for you on demand. The way luxury houses work is that they make a limited amount of products, and it doesn't matter how far you drove. And if you are going to make that drive, please at least call someone to see if the item is actually in store and that it will be in there by the time you get to it. I've had a lady come in once and she said she drove 2 hours to look for the favorite, a bag that was being discontinued. And there was literally nothing I could do about it. I couldn't do anything about her 2-hour drive, and she didn't bother to check. Another one was I had a gentleman who was looking for a certain belt in a certain size, and we didn't have it. And he's like, yes, you do. I called. I'm like, well, when did you call? And he said 2 weeks ago. Well, sir, when we have items, usually we only have one at a time, which means somebody else bought it. And you guys, just because we're Vuitton, it doesn't mean there's something we can do to make you feel better. There's really not. If we don't have it, we don't have it. With that said, there's usually only something like belts. There's like one size run of each thing. So when it's sold, it is sold. There's no warehouse. There's nothing in the back. There's nothing in the back. That's it. Now, appointments and repairs. Appointments are not necessary to bring in your repairs. And appointments are not necessary for browsing, nor are they necessary for looking at belts or wallets or little things. I suggest appointments are for big things like capucines, a twist, jewelry, anniversary presents. If you have a CA that works with you specifically, appointments are great to let that CA know what you're looking for, and he or she will usually pull a few styles for you to choose from. Usually an appointment means you know what you want, you're shopping for a special occasion, and we're setting aside a table, a room, and an array of things. It's not meant for browsing, nor is it meant to turn in service items. Side note, service items, Louis Vuitton is the only luxury brand that has aftercare services. There are workshops where your items are sent in for repair for a price. Now you can bring in your items to any boutique to have it assessed. Side note, they really do not train the sales associates on how to take in a repair. The flagship stores have a repair center that makes it really easy, or you can call the number on the Vuitton website. They have a process where you can email them pictures and they will give you a price over the phone and even send you a shipping label. Please note again, repairs are not free. There is general pricing depending on what you need repaired, and this can be anything from handles, glazing on wallets, stitching on wallets. So before you throw your wallet away, you might want to check if you can get it repaired. Handbags, handles, glazing, even to replace a lock if you happen to lose a lock, that can be replaced as well for a small fee. Next point, do not luxury shop in a hurry. I know, I've already heard it. If I'm spending $4,000, I get to do whatever I want. And some people do think if I'm spending $1,000, I get to do whatever I want. And no, that is not true, because even if you're here to spend $4,000 and the person before you is buying a perfume, that person who was here before you was first before you. Now, I don't know what it is that when people step into Louis Vuitton, they have this expectation, they have this idea that they're the Queen of England stepping into the store. Everybody move over, I'm spending $2,000. Now, I know from our training as client advisors and customer service that everyone is supposed to feel special. We are supposed to make everyone feel special. But when there are unrealistic expectations, we've got to draw the line. So tying in the first point of knowing what you want to buy, being mindful of your associates' time, whether you are taking too much time or if you're in a hurry, we need time to do our job. It takes even just at least 15 minutes to get to the mall and park the car, and another 10 minutes to park and walk in. And I don't know anybody who goes, like, you can go to Target in a hurry. Don't you want to inspect your items at least? But just the processes of what we do are so intense. That's saved for another video. That I don't understand this in a hurry thing. But I guess that's society. Everyone's in a hurry. Stop and smell the invisible roses that we are not throwing at your feet. Okay, lastly, tying in with the first point of knowing what you want to buy and being mindful of your sales associates' time and being mindful whether you're pushing them to hurry or you're taking up too much time. So what I mean is, okay, I know a lot of you are saying it's your job. It is your job to cater to the clients. It is your job to do what we want. Why can't we take our time? It is your job to show us everything. Okay, well, honey, let me correct you there that it is not our job to cater to the clients' every whim and need. We have boundaries and rules as associates. So let me just give you an example. I know a lot of you in the audience are realtors, and now I can't go to you and say, hey, I want to look at this house in this city, say Mission Viejo. Now I want you to show me all the properties from 400,000 to 800,000, condos, townhouses, 3 bedrooms. Just show me all of it. I think you should show me all of it, and let's take 2 days to do it, but I don't really know what I want. Well, the realtor, he or she gets to say no. He or she gets to draw her boundaries. And retail associates, service professionals, we get to have boundaries as well. We get to decide how much we want to do for you. And most of it comes from corporate. It is not to us to decide. It's not even us to decide what gets designed, or if you don't like a design, if you don't like aligning on something. Now, like I said, just because you walk into Vuitton, you don't get roses thrown at your feet. I know this is going to offend some people, but do know attitude is everything, and that's both ways, because 50% of our customers walk in with their head high, looking down at these sales associates, lowly sales associates with their high expectations. You should meet every one of my high expectations for service every time. But Vuitton does have a certain way to do things, and they do have certain rules. And each brand dictates the way the company is run. It dictates the service that we give. It is not the client that dictates our time and how we run our jobs and how we do our jobs. Let me say that again for the people in the back. It is not the client's duty, job, entitlement, whatever, to dictate the way the salesperson does his or her job. Back to being mindful of our time. If you're just looking, 15 to 20 minutes, that's good. Gives us some time to chit chat, get to know each other, see what you're up to, see what you're looking for. And it's totally okay to do that and go home and think about it, but please do return to the salesperson who was originally helping you, because what I heard through the grapevine that now the full-time sales associate's goal is $252,000 per month. That's $12,600 per day. So even if they don't make that much commission, they still make a little commission, and every sale counts towards their sales goal, because if they don't meet it, they have to worry about not having a job the next month. So these goals, like I said, they're very hard, they're very stressful, and 50% of clients come in with this attitude like, oh, if I get to be in here, I get to act so important. And maybe if I act so important and talk down at people, they will think I'm really rich and that I belong here, and they'll throw even more roses at my feet. and this is not true. We just don't like that client, okay? But the other 50% of them are like really nice and understand what it is to luxury shop, and they're quite enjoyable and mindful of our time and willing to wait. Like, I'm over here, I'll just wait for you to be done, and all the lovely things that we expect of luxury shopping. And let me reiterate this. These are the ones that allow us to do our job and allow us to give good customer service, not dictating what they think we're supposed to be doing. You know, with that said, I had my favorites. We had our favorites that were always loyal to specific sales associates. And when those people come in, sure, I'll take my time because they're pleasant and I know they know the rules and are coming back. And with that said too, it's totally okay for sales associates to have their favorites. If my favorite customer was looking for a Pochette Batiste and one came to the store, of course I would call her. Like, oh, so-and-so's looking for this, I'm gonna call her. That is absolutely fair. I don't need to step on the floor and say, hey, first-time buyers, I've got a Pochette Matisse here. Of course, I'm gonna call my favorite customer. I can't believe it's like that, and not all client advisors are nice anyways. They're very snooty. And yes, I know that's true. It goes both ways. I've experienced that too, so I can't speak for everyone. There's really high turnover at retail, which means not everybody has customer service experience or is trained properly to work at high-end retail. But I still do know very many people who work for Vuitton or have moved to a different store but are still in the high-end retail environment and experience this every day. I have client associates writing me from around the world telling me these little tidbits. And if you're in the service industry, whether you're at retail or a restaurant or a car dealership, we all have to deal with this entitled customer. And some of you need to learn how to act right. And if you know how to act right, thank you. So in this portion of the video, I'm gonna show off this beautiful necklace that was sent to me by this company called Arcis. You can find the details of the necklace in the description. If you're to this point of the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Michelle. If you're shopping for anything on the pre-loved market, be sure to use the links that I post in my description. I do get a small commission with these retailers. And if you enjoyed this video or have a specific question, let me know by sending us super thanks. Lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. My name's Michelle. Bye.